Right, okay, so Passage to India 2009. At the school we've got 54 children currently, and out of that 54 we've got 52 coming with us to the park this year because it's been very popular. We've been lucky enough to have lots of artists come in to work with the children, which has helped to deepen their understanding of Indian culture within Britain. For example, they spent a week looking at information on cricket and how it came to India, and also polo and the games that they had, and they created their learning logs on that. I think one of the most important things for them was they learnt about the different foods, where we had somebody come in to show us how the different spices were crushed and used, as opposed to just seeing a curry in a jar, which most of them had seen prior to that. And the other really valuable thing was that in Key Stage 2 we have to do a project on an Indian village, and as we live in a village ourselves here, it's really important for the children to see the differences between the villages. Geeta had travelled to India and had got some footage for us about an Indian village, and so that we could use that to see how they, for example, cooked on open stoves, and the children were really interested to see how they made the fuel for the stoves, and that's something that they remembered very much, and they compared that to their own houses. So they were able to make a comparison which wasn't just out of a textbook, which you might have done previously. And of course, some of our children were lucky enough to be recorded singing their songs, so all of the children got to see a recording studio and how it worked, because it was once set up in the school. So all in all, once again a fantastic experience, and we'll definitely do it again.
What about the classical dancing that you did?
Oh, classical dancing with Carly. He's come in and done some Indian classical dance with the children. Very important for them to use the control of their body, because in some of our dances they can be more fluid and relaxed. But within this traditional dance, they needed very much to have control of their body and be able to place themselves. So for our younger children, the reception children in the Key Stage 1, that really linked in with their PE targets of that control and being aware of their body and where they are in the room.
How about the history of polo and cricket and the sport element of things?
Yeah, I think the children were interested to find out that we'd taken cricket to India, because a lot of the boys in particular obviously are aware that England haven't done so well in recent times against India, and so they were very, very shocked that actually England had introduced it to India as opposed to the other way round. So that was really good. And polo was a sport they didn't really know anything about, so to be able to learn about polo, and because they've been doing more traditional sports like lacrosse at school, so for them to learn about a sport like polo as well, particularly as we've got 6 horse riders in the class, I think it was really interesting, and I know a couple of them are looking to go and do that when they're older, so that was very good.
मुझ पे थम जाने दे बेचैनियों को मुझसे टकराने दे